Now let's dig deep into our first discussion for today. Have you heard that Binance has ended its services in Nigeria? Well, if you haven't, now you know. The cryptocurrency trading platform has also issued a notice to its Nigerian users to withdraw all their assets from the platform, as it will no longer accept Naira's deposits from March 5th. And Nigerians users have until March 8th to withdraw their assets, and any assets remaining on the platform after the deadline will be converted to USDT. This decision by Binance was suspected and reported to be as a result of accusations against the platform for allegedly manipulating Nigeria's currency, which has led to a steady decline in its value against other currencies. Furthermore, the House of Representatives Committee on Financial Crimes is set to issue a warrant of arrest against Binance executives for failing to appear before it for an investigation on allegations of sponsoring of terrorism and financial crimes in Nigeria. Meanwhile, some of its executives are presently in detention by the Nigerian government. And the lawyer who appeared before the committee on behalf of Binance says the company is scared of coming to Nigeria for fear of further arrest by the government. We have in the studio with us this morning Mr. Lawal Ekundayo, a farmer, educationist, and he's also an analyst. Now, it was yesterday that people, or rather information came up talking about Binance giving an order or issuing a statement after the government of Nigeria arrested some of its representatives, detained them, and even issue a warrant or say that they want them to come before them for proper investigation. They've been accused of using their platforms to, help out with collecting or payment of ransom to terrorists and so many other things. Even devaluing of Naira also have been pegged on Binance. So I want to ask Mr. Lawal this question. Binance is actually part of the crypto business platform, let's put it that way. And you know that Nigerians actually are active. Carrying out this cryptocurrency thing, the money, three part of it and all that. Now, what do you think will be the effect of this Nigerian government, the Nigerian government and Binance, let's say companies rift? First was Nigerian government, arresting some of the representatives, and not just that, also detaining the ones that they've arrested and also issue a warrant. And now Binance have come out to issue their own command saying that they are giving Nigeria a certain amount of time for them to take out their money, or else they will convert it to USDT. What do you think? What do you make of this?
I think to me it's going to have a negative impact. Let me just put the headline like that. Now, negative impact, because one, the reason why cryptocurrency is making so much is being adopted all over the many countries in the world is because they want to find an alternative to physical cash, like US dollars. So they want to find another means to be trading apart from physical cash, such as US dollar, so that the US dollar will not be so, like what we are facing in Nigeria. That is the purpose. In fact, cryptocurrency has been existing for a long time, but people did not look at it. It was invented by a Japanese inventor then. So it was going on between industries, you get it. But then that's why that this thing can actually really help to reduce the dominance of dollar. That is why they came up with that. It now gain popularity, and then other companies begin to get involved. That's why you see Binance coming in. It was before it was Bitcoin. Now, that is the main purpose, to be able to put less pressure on the dollar. So for it to be in Nigeria, you get it, should be something that should be welcomed and well embraced, and then properly.
Well, I think it has been welcomed and well embraced, but the issue here is speculative trading.
I'm still coming to that.
Speculative.
I just started with introduction.
Okay.
I started with introduction.
Now, the speculative trading that has been taking place, or that has been purportedly taking place, on the Binance application, hasn't that been detrimental?
See, the
to
company
Nigeria's
said
economy?
that they've been talking to the government to regulate, just like any other financial institution.
What do you mean by?
They're supposed to be regulated. They said we were not regulated. You get it? They were supposed to be regulated. You know, when you register, you will now be under a commission, and the commission will now issue rules and regulations.
So they spoke to the government of Nigeria, or
and
government of Nigeria,
according to what I read. Yes, and the second.
Which one now? Is it that the government of Nigeria approached them?
No. They requested for regulation. Yeah, but they were not regulated. Second, they said.
What was the reason given?
They said that they didn't give any reason. They said they were not regulated, and they requested, but that if there's a regulation, that things like this, you get it. It's easy to give information. Like if there's like all the transactions you do, you get it in the normal bank, passes through the central bank, so it is traceable. And they said that the money that federal government was saying that is suspicious, that all monies, all transactions on their platform is traceable. You get it? So I was wondering why you now issuing arrest. You could have told them to, you get it, if you have.
Now, let me, from my understanding, the issuance of arrest to some management staff of Binance is as a result of certain individuals, and including certain individuals going on the Binance application, speculating that they want to buy the Naira at a certain amount, but then they don't end up buying. You know, when they speculate, okay, we want to buy the Naira for a certain amount, which is higher than what is being sold here by the CCBN, individuals run there to invest, knowing that, look, when they put their Naira in, or is it buy the Naira or buy the dollar? When they put their Naira in, they get more. All right. Now, but these people don't buy. They put the information out there, and when people rush in, it just increases the value of the dollar against the Naira. And now they are saying that certain individuals or certain organizations are deliberately doing that to undermine the Naira, to destroy the economy of Nigeria.
So the question is, I'm not disputing what you are saying, because being on one side like that, I was thinking about forex too, the normal aboki, getting dollar and holding dollar, whatever. And we have not seen anybody being arrested or detained, or I was calling the abokis, you get it, to question them. No, I'm not talking about aboki. I'm talking about the bureau de change. You get it.
They were arrested sometimes.
I'm not talking about RC. Did the house invite them to let us see what is actually going on in that area? No. So if you are doing arrest or no arrest, if you want to arrest, why is the house calling, issuing warrant of arrest? If you have allegations and you invite them, why are they? You want to invite somebody for questioning and the person is already in detention. You get it? Is it not putting the horse before the cart?
All right. Well, we do have, we're expecting a guest we're expecting Franklin Peters, who is a founder of Boundless Pay, which is a cryptocurrency company, and he's based in Qatar. We're still trying to establish communication with him. When we eventually do, we'll throw more light on this issue of Binance and in Nigeria's economy. But in the meantime, do well to let us know your thoughts on this. I would like for you to reach us via our YouTube page. Drop your comment underneath the live stream there. We do have numbers that just will be going on your screen shortly, with which you can also reach out to us and let us know your thoughts. We'll be taking your views in the course of the program. Make good use of other social media applications. On YouTube, we are Voice of the People TV. On other social media applications, we are at VOP TV Live. We'll take your X. Yes, on X, we are VOP TV Live. And we'll definitely take your messages All right then. Well, I have been informed that now we have Franklin Peters, who is founder, Boundless Pay. Well, good morning to you. Franklin Peters is talking to us from Qatar. Well, good morning to you, Franklin. Welcome to VOP this morning. Now we're talking about Binance putting a stop to the activities in Nigeria. What's the impact of this really on the economy of Nigeria, especially Nigerians, individuals who are invested, who have investment in Binance?
All right. Thank you so much for having me on the session this morning. The whole situation with the Binance and the Nigerian government is quite funny because, in my very own opinion, is the fact that technology has helped Africa, has helped the world move forward. There is no bad thing in technology. The only thing you have to do is to find a way to regulate it, because in every form of innovation or technology, there's always both the good, the bad, and the ugly. My hope was always that somehow the government finds the positive aspect of this technology and finds a way to bring it closer, support it, regulate the aspects of it that is not good for the economy, and then allow it to thrive. Because over the last couple of years, we've seen youths gainfully engage themselves in cryptocurrencies, trading on Binance, making money for themselves and helping their families. There are startups in Nigeria. I own one, and I employ over 30 something persons. People earn on a daily basis, earn on a monthly basis. People that would have been on the streets doing some negative things, in the society, are kept busy doing things that are legal, right? I understand that probably, it's not yet fully, backed or legalized by the country,
Frankly,
but yeah.
Frankly, what I want to know is, what is the impact of Binance on the economy of Nigeria? Why is the federal government going after officials of Binance? How has that affected the Naira?
Okay, so the based on what I've seen, the posts that have been made, right? They are alleging that the Binance is negatively impacting the value of Naira. Somehow, to a good extent, that may make a little bit sense, to those that don't understand that people are putting exchange rates by themselves using the P2P platform. But in reality, right, people wouldn't set up fees when it's like.
I would like for you to take this a little bit slowly, so our viewers can understand. People are quoting fees on the P2P platform. What is the P2P platform, and how are quotations done, and how does those quotations affect the Naira?
Okay, so people are quoting rates, not fees. Sorry.
Rates.
So how it works? Yes. So how it works is, so you go to P2P and you decide, I have USDT, which is digital form of US dollars, and I want to sell it at this rate. Okay, so I have $1 and I want to sell it for 1,500 Naira. You understand? So it's not different from what the BDCs are doing in the streets. It's only done on a digital platform this time around. So if you go to the BDCs on the streets, they tell you this is how much I buy. Sometimes they make 0.5 Naira as a margin, sometimes 1 Naira as their margin, but it usually reflects the current economic situation. I've seen people complain that they bought a bag of cement for 5,000 some weeks back, but now they are buying it for 12,000, right? So, and if they want to go back again now to buy more bags of cement for their business, they pay more money, so they have to increase the fees they charge their own clients. So the economy has to balance somehow. So I don't see anything different from what is being done on Binance P2P platform from what is being done offline. In fact, since the Binance people took out P2P from their platform, Naira hasn't gone down, right? I understand that. I think some weeks back as well, when Binance blocked Nigerians' IP, the rate drops. That's what we call FOMO, right? That was fraud. Sorry. People were fearful. Okay, I need to get out my USDT from Binance. Maybe they want to shut down or something like that. So naturally, it would impact the value of the USDT. But did it impact the value of local trades in the market? Did cement go down? Did sugar go down? Did pure water go down? Did gala go down? No. So over time, it will rebalance.
Okay.
So the real.
I want to come to you on this. It's been understood that some transactions are done on the Binance platform by some of these kidnappers, terrorists, trying to exchange currency or monies to release victims. Now, how true is it that transactions done on the Binance app is not traceable? And then how and what is the impact if this is true, according to what?
Thank you so much. Yes. So first of all, every currency, people do bad things with different currencies, like the Naira, the dollars, the USDT, whatever it is, right? But I will tell you for a fact that it is easier to track transactions done on Binance, with USDT, than it is to track fiat transactions. Very easy, very, very easy. If the government or the law enforcement agency are not, this is not an allegation that is false, right? If it's real and they go after it, they will pick up all those people in 24 hours. It's easy. I've seen situations where someone sent USDT to someone's wallet in Binance, and within 24 hours it was reported and it was blocked. Over a period of time, they recovered their money. But I've also heard of people being kidnapped in Nigeria and ransoms were paid in cash and there was no way to trace it. So every digital transaction has a digital footprint. Every digital transaction has a digital identity. For you to use Binance, you need to do what we call KYC. These KYC are regulatory requirements. In our platform, we do the same. So you have to complete your KYC before you can have access. That includes you providing your ID card, your address, your phone number, your email. So if there's anything like that, government can easily ask Binance, hey, so transaction was done on your platform. I need the ID of XYZ person. And usually Binance will ask for maybe a police report or legal report. With that, they will flag the account and provide the IDs. And you'll be left, the government will now follow on with the tracking. Okay. So these things are very easy to be done on Binance, on digital platforms
Okay, now, Mr. Frank, I would like to ask you this simple question. Okay, Franklin, sorry about that. I would like to ask you this little question now. The thing is this. The Binance company gave a time frame for them to delist and short some people's, accounts, some people are complaining that this time is a bit constrained, that Nigerians will not be able to pull the money that they have or even do the needful with this money before the time. Now, I want to ask you this. Where do you think this constraint or this time that you've given now, where do you think it will leave Nigerians who have invested so much in this platform, Binance platform? Is there any way they can pull out? Is there any advice you have to give to them as regards how to run it before the time elapses?
Yeah, so according to the memo posted by Binance, it says that if you are not able, so they have instructed people to convert all their Naira in the platform to USDT or any other cryptocurrency on the platform. But if they don't meet up with the deadline, Binance will automatically do it for them. So, and they give a particular exchange rate. They said 1,550 or so. So even if you don't do it in the next, 1 week, you just come to your wallet and you will see USDT at the rate they have put there. So I don't think anybody should panic about that.
Now, I'm still going to stay with you on that. So is this flexible, just like you just rightly mentioned, for transactions to be done? And it's, of course, very easy to trace transactions. You also just mentioned a few seconds ago that to change and convert some of the accounts of Nigerians is also very easy. Now, in all of this, we understand that some executive of the Binance company are presently in detention. Now, what do you think this would do to the reputation of the company? I mean, the operations of the company in the country, and of course in Africa at large.
Yeah, so I think it will negatively impact it to a very great extent. But the thing about cryptocurrency and this whole matter is that as far as there's transparency to a very good extent, people would always use platforms that they trust, right? So it's not Binance's fault that their executives came to Nigeria to resolve a situation. If they didn't want to resolve it, they would have come. My understanding is that these people are foreigners, right?
Yeah.
They came, they honored the invitation of the government to resolve a problem. Sit down and negotiate things with them. If you need them to pay tax, have that conversation with them. But then you go ahead and detain them, right? So I think the people that it would affect the most is other companies that might have plans of coming to establish in Nigeria, right? If there is no, economic stability or political or policy stability, it impacts our foreign direct investment. It impacts the trust of foreign companies that would have come to Nigeria to gainfully employ our people or to establish their businesses. So we see different companies go to Ghana, go to Kenya, go to South Africa to establish, and we worry about, why is it not happening in Nigeria? It's things like this. It's public. It's on the internet space.
Now, as we make to wrap this up now, as we head towards that, Binance seems to have, we do know that companies, certain countries have accused Binance of working against their economy, all right? And in America, Binance is restricted in certain places like Hawaii and let's see now, Hawaii, New York, Texas, Vermont. Binance is restricted. Now, regular Americans can use Binance. And just recently, Binance was made to pay $4.3 billion to settle with the Department of Justice and Commodity Futures Trading Commission over illicit finance breaches. All right, and also Zhao pled guilty to breaking U.S. anti-money laundering laws. Now, doesn't this buttress the fact that Binance is being used to launder money? Binance is being used to truncate economies, and the government of Nigeria is wary that if something isn't done, if the activities of Binance isn't curtailed or maybe stopped, they might be used by certain individuals around the world to run Nigeria's economy aground. Isn't that a justified reason to stop the activities of Binance in Nigeria?
No. I think that's not the case, really. The one of US, first of all, right, there's never been a time when regulation went before innovation. Innovation goes first, then regulation catches up, right? In a place like America, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading had been a big thing since 2011.
Sure.
And during that period, there were people who used it negatively, right? For narcotics trading and stuff like that. Like I said, in every technology, there's the negative, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly. The ugly part was those things. America saw the need to regulate. So with the regulation, right now, there are indigenous exchanges and platforms that run in America on the strength of the regulatory infrastructure that has already been placed in America. Now, that gives them the legal right. I'm talking about Coinbase, Gemini, and a couple of them, heavily being supported by the government, heavily, and they are growing. There are people outside America that are using it, and it is strengthening the economy of America. Now, Binance, on the other hand, operated without respecting that regulation that has already been made by America for crypto. So now, over time, they had Binance US, which now respects that regulation, right? But Binance, what you call it, the one they already violated is the one they are being fined for. Now in Nigeria, since 2018 or 2019, I've personally participated in multiple meetings. I've worked in multiple what you call it committees, trying to assist the SEC, even the EFCC, the CBN to come up with regulation and come up with ideas. We answer questions. They send us different documents for us to fill. And at the end of the day, we've not seen any proper regulatory structure. So Binance have been operating, in the cyberspace, because really, I don't think if there was a proper regulation on ground, somehow they might comply to it. So it's not the same thing for me. I don't think it's the same thing. It's a case of clearly ignoring the original what do you call it, regulatory structure on ground in the first place. That's what they're being penalized for, not a case of running down the economy. It's not the same thing.
Okay.
All right. While we just maybe have your final take on this particular topic, maybe you want to give one advice or two before we come to our in-house analysis here. Maybe you want to give an advice to the Nigerian government on how to go about regulating Binance. And of course, maybe another major advice for Nigerians who, of course, are our first constituency at VOP TV.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say it as it affects me, right?
Okay.
I'm a founder. I have a background in software engineering and business development. I'm also a management consultant. And my as an entrepreneur, my goal is to create solutions where I see problems, to create solutions around those problems, and to leverage innovation, as much as I can to build my economy or for the betterment of the people around me. So as a startup founder, registered in Nigeria, complying as much as I can with CAC requirements until pending what you call it, the proper regulation of crypto and blockchain in Nigeria. I've been able to gainfully employ at least 30 persons, right? And more than that has gone through my company, both those that have worked with me in the past and those who have not, and they earn salaries. These are people who would have been jobless somehow, right? And there are hundreds of people like me. We are begging government, don't kill innovation, support us. Look for the positive aspect of what we are doing. Everybody in our platform have KYC. If they are negative, and we are 100% compliant, so if there's any negative activity on the platform, we block the person, we report the person, we have the person's details, so it doesn't even happen. So do well to support us, don't fight us, bring us to a round table, ask us questions, we'll give you the answers, and then we see how we can make our economy better through this. On the other hand, to Nigerians, there's no need attacking the government, right? They're only working based on the information they have. And somehow, if they have the right information, I don't think they'll be going this direction, because of course, I'm sorry, I'm going to take a little bit of 1 or 2 more minutes. I think it was 2 years ago when Aboki FX was accused of running down the economy, and Naira was blocked. They told them to take down their API. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. It went round on the whole media platform.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after that was done, I think Naira was 600 and something when that happened. Today, we are sitting on 1,500. It didn't solve the problem. It did not solve the problem. So I think the government leaves the actual situation on ground, making sure that there is enough stability for the economy to thrive, so that there will be internally generated revenue that can go around, so that the country can export what they have and import dollars, rather than importing what do you call it, depending on external economy. So if they can support us and focus on stabilizing the economy, I don't think we'll be on this table discussing
All right
this.
then. All right.
That's-
We must say thank you, Franklin Peters. We have to wrap this conversation up. But one last question for you now. Now that the activities of Binance has been stalled in Nigeria, are you planning on sacking those 30 persons that work for you? Would they be out of job?
So that's the what we are being driven to do, right? But we refuse. We want to sit back, restructure, pay attention to what the government wants us to do, comply with that, and still continue running as a company. So if they say we should take off P2P, we'll take it off. Currently, we don't have P2P on our platform. You understand? But if there are things, we are waiting to hear what they will have to say to local startups. You understand?
Okay.
And how we should comply with that. But
Well,
we are
if
here.
push,
We are not
if
going
push
anywhere.
comes to shove, would you have to lay off to remain afloat?
I would rather move from Nigeria to a different country and still offer my services.
All right.
Where I'm respected and welcomed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Franklin Peter, who is CEO Boundless Pay. Thank you for coming on VOP this morning.
Thank you.
All right then. Well, we still have with us Lawale Kundayo. Let's get your, just with everything. Would you say this government is making the wrong decision, or is this government acting in the interest of Nigeria with this clamping down on the activities of Binance, seeing that in places like America, they also had to clamp down on the activities
Even
of
in
Binance
China,
as well?
even in China, in Russia, you get it. The moment that's why they have regulations. If people say you don't regulate us and you are accusing us, we come to have a roundtable discussion with you, you detain us. That's a wrong signal. You get it? That's a wrong signal. If you want to detain some, that means you already have enough evidences against that person. You get it? And then to prosecute, not detain. That's a waste of time. So that is not, anybody can make a mistake. Governments make a mistake. When you make a mistake, you retrace your step to put things right. That arrest, you get it, or what you are doing to Binance may not be the right thing. You can still retrace and reorganize. They said do a regulation just like every other sector. Regulate them,
Okay.
and then let them pay whatever you want them to pay. So if you now go against this and you now want to detain or fine them, then you have a basis for that we are doing this based on this. But now they are not stating anything. They just want to fine them, and they are just giving us a reason that has no definition. It's not a reason.
All right then. Thank you very much, Lawale Kundayo. Now we're going to another topic where the President Bola Tinubu, have said Nigeria's economy is not in distress. Well, some people will disagree. Well, the President has his reasons, of course. Those reasons are the things we'll touch on in the course of the program, and we'll like Lawale Kundayo to stay with us as we go into the second part. We'll also be joined by Chukuma Okoro in the course of the program. We'll be back in a bit. Stay right here.